Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in Tay Ninh province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of October 2nd, Colonel Ngô Thành Đồng, commander of Tay Ninh Provincial Military Command, gave 100 gifts of gratitude to support the people having difficulties due to COVID-19 pandemic in Trường Đông Commune of Hòa Thành Chau.
This is part of the activities of giving 500 gifts of gratitude funded by the Provincial Military Command from the source of increasing production of the unit and mobilizing the contribution of enterprises to help people in difficulty due to the pandemic in the province. Colonel Ngô Thành Đồng encouraged and shared the difficulties of the people of Trường Đông Commune in the context of the pandemic. He said, "This is the heart of the Provincial Armed Forces cadres and soldiers to the people in order to build good solidarity between the army and the people. While implement the movement, the army joins hands for the poor, no one is left behind." In the time to come, the Provincial Armed Forces will continue to accompany local authorities and people in disease prevention and control, soon bringing social activities back to the new normal state.
Dear audience, Chau district will take samples for the full COVID-19 testing. This move is aimed to rapidly detect, quickly separate the FO cases and promptly block, isolate and cut up the sources of transmission, and to properly identify the situation of at-risk areas to take effective solutions to prevent and control the COVID-19 pandemic.
According to the plan, the sampling will be carried out twice for all people in at-risk areas, also known as yellow areas in Lang Hamlet of Chau Commune, once every 7 days. As for normal areas, also known as green areas, a sampling of 10 at-risk subjects will be taken, but not exceeding 20% of the local population. If someone is found to be positive for coronavirus, a quick pooling will be performed by rapid testing and conducting pooling PCR tests on each person. The local authorities will take samples of each person for families in the blockade areas. The people here are encouraged to do it themselves, while the sampling staff only provides instructions, supplies, medical equipment, and help them check the results. The fourth screening test for SARS-CoV-2 will be conducted in the yellow and green areas of Chau district between October 9th and October 16, 2021.
Turn to other news. As of September 2021, Tay Ninh is one of the 10 provinces with the highest disbursement rate in the country. The province has reached over 75% of the plan assigned by the Prime Minister so far. But as for Official Development Assistance ODA project, the province is disbursing quite slowly because of some difficulty, mainly obesity reason.
The ODA plan assigned to Tay Ninh in 2021 is more than 406.8 billion Vietnam dong. As of September 30th, the disbursement progress was estimated at over 31%, down 30% over the same period. These projects have recently been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic and a number of other reasons. As for Tay Ninh City wastewater collection and treatment system project, the approved implementation time of this project is from 2017 to 2020. However, the project was implemented slowly and was affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The sponsor has already had feedback on the contractor selection results in mid-May 2021. The province submitting to the central government to adjust the project implementation time from 2018 to 2023. Meanwhile, the project strengthening the management plan and land database in Tay Ninh province has been implemented slowly because the system of professional guidance documents from the Central Project Management Board hasn't been issued or promulgated lately. Bidding to select construction and consulting contractors must be carried out many times because few contractors can meet the bidding criteria. The project is expected to disburse 40% of the assigned capital plan by early 2021. The remaining capital that is no longer needed this year will be returned to the central budget. In order to promptly support employees and employers to overcome the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and resume operations, Tay Ninh Provincial Social Insurance Department has been coordinating with the Department of Labor, Working Village and Social Affairs to review and make a list of employers in the province that are eligible to access support policies and immediately reduce unemployment insurance contributions of employees to 0% since October. The Social Insurance Department of Tay Ninh Province will diversify transaction forms according to the beneficiary's choice. It can be transacted directly at the Social Insurance Agency, regardless of administrative boundaries or via postal services, via electronic transactions and VSSID application, so that employees and employers can access the most favorable policy in the shortest time. The Social Insurance Department also encourages employees to receive support money through their bank accounts to timely and clearly deliver to employees and to meet the cashless payment policy of the government, as well as to secure the COVID-19 prevention and control. In the context that production activities are gradually recovering in Chau district, the local authorities regularly check the pandemic prevention and control in enterprises, with the motto "It's safe to produce, production must be safe." Since mid-September, the People's Committee of Chau district has established a delegation to inspect, guide, and appraise production restoration plans of companies and enterprises in the district amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The District People's Committee has given opinions to 16 out of 17 companies and enterprises with plans to restore production so far. One plan is still waiting for appraisal by the Specialized Division. Generally, most businesses, manufacturing, processing, and construction companies have resumed their operation. The delegation also regularly checked the observation of the plan approved by the District People's Committee, resolutely handled the units that didn't comply with the proposed plans. As for areas bordering Tân Hội Industrial Cluster, the District People's Committee requires businesses to report the list of workers who have resigned to stop performing the three on-the-spot option and return to their locality. These workers are required to be tested for COVID-19 before coming back home. Chau District People's Committee also directed the People's Committee of Communes to review boarding houses for workers to take the right measures to prevent and control the COVID-19 pandemic.
Ladies and gentlemen, many localities across the country have officially called for recovered COVID-19 patients to participate in fighting against the pandemic. The charter in Tay Ninh province that we will share with you in the following report up is an example.
Having been infected with COVID-19 and recovered from the infectious disease, Đinh Công Hà, a young man born in 1999, has become one of the active volunteers in the prevention and control of COVID-19 in Long Thành Bắc Ward of Hoa Thành Thao. The senior of the University of Marketing and Finance unfortunately was infected with COVID-19 during the time the coronavirus pandemic was complicated in Ho Chi Minh City in early August. Coming back home after completing the procedures for quarantine and testing as required, Công Hà returned to normal life. The first thing that came to his mind was to go to Long Thành Bắc Ward to register to volunteer for the prevention and control of COVID-19.
I found that the volunteers at the facility where I received treatment treat me very well and very dedicatedly. So when I recover from illness, I think I have to contribute to volunteer activities in my hometown.
He has also participated in a lot of activities in the World Youth Union. He still spends summer holidays supporting the locality while studying in Ho Chi Minh City. This summer, he unfortunately became infected with COVID-19. After successful treatment, he returned to the locality and registered to support volunteer activities. After receiving his application, the World Youth Union also encouraged and supported him enthusiastically. The young man Đinh Công Hà said that He understood his health situation as well as the immune system that he has had after recovering from the disease. He has boldly volunteered to take on many important tasks in the front line of pandemic prevention and control, from supporting vaccination, sampling, and activities to ensure the life of the people in the time of social distancing. He always accomplished with high efficiency. Thanks to the spirit of contribution and voluntarism, Hà has contributed to the overall success of the pandemic prevention and control in the locality. Health experts said that with antibodies available after recovering from the disease, more than ever, the return of F0 cases in the fight against COVID-19 is extremely necessary. Hopefully, there will be more recovered COVID-19 patients like Công Hà, not being discriminated, not alienated, and can return to a new life with many meaningful jobs.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.